What's up, geeks? My name is Joey, otherwise known as the Iron Cowboy Gunnerline, back here on When Geeks Collide for, you know what I like to do, another DC Multiverse figure review. And the DC Multiverse figure that I will be reviewing today is none other than Lex Luthor. And this particular Lex Luthor is a figure I've been looking forward to for a long time. I've always wanted a power-suited Lex Luthor, and I'm a big fan of updated styled figures, so I was really stoked for this one to come out. And I like consistency. That's just me. Maybe it's a little OCD thing. I don't know. But because it's McFarlane, I'm stoked. And I've had this figure sitting in my office waiting to be unboxed for a number of weeks now. Just been so busy lately, I haven't had the chance to. I actually picked it up way back when I picked up my DC Futures End Batman Build-A-Figure wave at GameStop. Previously on my last Build-A-Figure review that you saw here on the channel. And with all that said, I'm just going to go ahead and open it up. And there he is. He did come with actually these two hands as replacement hands. The other two hands were the original two hands were C grips, which are fine, but I have nothing to put in his hands like prop wise anyway. So I just figured these hands fit a lot better for a cool pose. And of course, as is customary with McFarlane Multiverse figures, it came with this figure photography collectible card. And yep, this is Lex Luthor Power Suit, based on the DC New 52 version, which is great. One of my favorites, actually. One of my favorite renditions of the Lex Luthor character, that is. And I'll read this for you. Sorry, it's a little blurry, so I'll do my best. Real name, Alexander Lex Luthor. A brilliant businessman and inventor, billionaire Lex Luthor once saw himself as the most powerful man on Earth until Superman arrived. Rather than using his wealth and genius to help humanity, Luthor uses his gifts in repeated attempts to destroy the Man of Steel. Though he's often defeated, Luthor is an extremely dangerous foe, and his superior intellect is his deadliest weapon. He's consistently inventing new devices in his war against Superman, including his high-tech armored power suit, which he uses to battle Superman. Alright, so there's that little bit, and I do have with me my handy-dandy Ultra Pro card collecting book. Let's see, where's a good space? There we go. Why not throw them right beside my Dark Side card? Getting pretty full. Anywho, yeah. So there's that description out of the way. And let's give Lex the 360 treatment on our favorite When Geeks Collide 360 device. And there we go, a nice close-up 360 view of Lex Luthor himself. So right off the bat, one observation I have before I get to the literally glaringly obvious one is the hands. I'm noticing that the hands, I don't know if it's just me, but the hands seem rather small in comparison to the rest of the figure. And you know what they say about small hands. They make the rest of the figure look disproportionate. Anywho, if you follow the McFarlane Multiverse figures at all on social media or otherwise, you will notice it was a very quickly growing complaint about the way the eyes are painted on these some of these figures now. You will notice he is not looking dead ahead. I particularly am of the not very favorable part of that argument. Like, I don't particularly care for the side eye. I think it makes it a little awkward for posing. Makes it a little harder makes it a little more, not harder rather, but I guess for a better word, I'd say very limited. Very variable poses. Like, you can't have him look this way, if his head will go that way. You can have him look this way and do something with his hands, like all Shakespeare style, because his attention is over here. Yeah, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of that concept with this new design quirk of McFarlane's. From what I've heard, his reasoning is that his action figures tend to look too statuesque, too like mannequins when they're looking straight ahead, which, I mean, sure, you could call a fair argument, but just in my personal preference, I prefer that. There's only one McFarlane figure that I can think of that actually does better for the side-eye treatment, and that would be a figure that I've been very harsh about in my opinions of, is the new Matt Reeves Batman movie McFarlane figures. Bruce Wayne and Batman both have a very literally glaring side-eye problem in the figures. However, after I saw the movie itself, twice actually, up to this point, I've seen the Batman twice, and I have no intentions of quitting my viewing streak now. But anywho, he does actually, you can point out at least a handful and a half of times in the movie where he does use the side eye as just like a typical quirk of his. So I find that fairly forgivable. But again, with figures like these, makes it a little bit more difficult to pose. It's a little bit more limiting. But ultimately, I am just so happy to have a Lex Luthor figure. And I was really happy to find this one. I didn't think I was going to see it for a while. It was right up there with the whole I got to go over the border to get list. So, anywho, with all that said, to rate this figure, I would have to give it, honestly, I'm not going to lie, I'm still very impressed with it. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 because Lex Luthor is one of my favorites. And this figure ultimately looks amazing. The articulation is fantastic. 22 points of articulation, of course, as is standard with McFarlane figures. Just look at the face, the sculpt on the face, the cheekbones are just great. The perfectly balded head, the eyebrows and the scowl, every detail is perfect in that regard. I'm not going to lie, I would actually rate it a little bit higher, even maybe a 9.5 or even, dare I say, a 10, if not for that side eye factor. I hope that doesn't offend you guys too much, but let me know in the comments below if or what you think about the side eye problem, I guess, or the side eye, let's say, topic rather than problem, the side eye topic as it pertains to McFarlane's Multiverse figures. 9 out of 10 for this Lex Luthor. And with that said, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Look up on Twitter WGC Network, as well as WGC Network on Anchor.fm for the podcast. I have been on there. Go check it out. I would love to be on there again, and I think I will be soon. So if you like hearing my voice, Steve's voice, and even Jeff's voice, then tune into that. Tons of other content on there besides just talking action figures and such. Go check out sunsetcrypt.com, which is, as we always say, the mothership of When Geeks Collide, where it all started. Articles and podcasts on all manner of geekdom, horror, sci-fi, superheroes, DC, Marvel, movies, wrestling, you name it, it is there. For myself, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. On Facebook, you can find me at Gunnar Lang, and on Instagram and Twitter, you can look me up at IC_Gunnar Lang. And if you want to go further than that, like I've been saying, like I've been plugging, like Steve's been plugging, thank you very much, Steve, is my brand new Horizon Comics independent comic company. I have more content on the way. I have my first project, Spectrum, available right now. If you'd like to get a copy, hit me up. I'll happily supply you with one. Find me on Horizon Comics. Find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and even right here on YouTube. I do have some content on there, a fair bit of content actually. I haven't posted or uploaded a video in, I think, at least a few weeks now. It's been so busy with everything else. But I am currently working on my next video for that, so please stay tuned. I'm so excited to share with you guys what I want to share with you. And with all that said, I think I've rambled on long enough, so I'm not going to take up any more of your time. Thank you so much for walking. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more. It doesn't... oh, and hit the notification bell. Doesn't take you much, just costs you about a Mississippi and a half of time. So, you know what we always say, geeks out.